year I thought about how things can come around just like that if everyone is here to celebrate one day. We have our ups and downs, but when there's love there's always a way. And oh, this time of year we come together to celebrate. Yes, every time the snow is falling down and it is cold outside, we gather around the fireplace and no one cares about yesterday. My favorite holiday, it means so much more than words can say. And I claim that Christmas is a magic day. Sometimes I tend to forget what glory this holiday represents, but it's fair to say that Christmas is a magic day. This year I'll think about how I'm so lucky to have a place that I can come home to. Yes, I am on my way. We'll put our differences aside and just enjoy this moment of peace and love and happiness. We come together to celebrate. Yes, every time the snow is falling down and it is cold outside, we gather around the fireplace and no one cares about yesterday. My favorite holiday, it means so much more than words can say. And I claim that Christmas is a magic day. Sometimes I tend to forget what glory this holiday represents, but it's fair to say that Christmas is a magic day. Yes, every time the snow is falling down and it is cold outside, we gather around the fireplace and no one cares about yesterday. My favorite holiday, it means so much more than words can say. And I claim that Christmas is a magic day. Sometimes I tend to forget what glory this holiday represents, but it's fair to say that Christmas is a magic day. Whoa, oh, oh, la da da da, oh, oh, la da da da, oh, oh, la da da da, making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new. 'Cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh, la da da da, oh, oh, la da da da, oh, oh, la da da da. Making our Christmas memories. I've been wrapping presents for you. I've been hanging marbles in the tree. And gonna lit my house with Christmas lights, so you should come back home to me. And when we wake up in the morning, I'm gonna play those carols that you love. We'll be singing all the melodies until the sun comes up. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it is supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh, la da da da, oh, 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 la da da da, making our Christmas memories. Yes, these are the good times with you. Don't even care what we do if I spend it with you. Just you and nobody else. It's so good to see you again, to see you again. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire, chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories.
Christmas memories.
Hold you close, forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories.
It is that time, people. It's Friday. Friday! And it is the holiday season. Welcome, everybody, to the Doll Symposium. Let's see now. We are going to move over. Hello, what's up, everybody? It's been a long time no see. We'll get into it. I have a couple apologies to make because I was supposed to stream way long before today's date, but we'll get into that in a little bit. But thank you, everybody, for coming. It is Friday. It is Friday. What a stressful week it was for me. Hopefully you guys had a better week than I did. Man, work was killer this week. But this is the Doll Symposium. This is going to be a Newsweek / Christmas special. We are going to be giving away some lovely gifts for this Christmas season. If you're not familiar with how the channel works with giving away gifts for Christmas, I guess the best way to put it is how Becca said it last time, is it's kind of like a click war. And I only ask that everybody that participate in the giveaway, if you won, because there'll be 3 prizes, if you already won one, let other people try to participate and win the other 2 prizes that are left over. I have no way of controlling it. I have no way of making sure that everybody has a I have no way of ensuring that the same person doesn't win all 3 prizes. And the reason is because I want to make something fun that you guys can get, but without any exchange of personal information is why. No emails required, no name is required, because I don't want to deal with other people's information, and people may not want to participate in some kind of events because they don't want to share their personal information, which is fine. Like, I totally get that part. So we are going to be giving away gift cards, and I will be announcing the gift card numbers, and whoever can upload those numbers, I guess the quickest, gets to keep that gift card as their Christmas gift from me. It's nothing really big. It's just something I like to do and give away like every year or whenever I do events or something. I don't make a lot of money, but I wanted to do something to give back to my community. So whenever I do like panels and stuff, I usually do some kind of a giveaway in the form of a gift card. And when I do it online, because you guys are all around the world, it's just easier if I just do it this way without any kind of exchange of information. So there'll be three gift cards given out throughout the live stream today. I'm not going to tell you when, so you just kind of have to watch the live stream and see when those numbers are going to come out, and then you can add that to your card. So let's see. So today is the Doll Symposium, episode 76. As always, I'm your host, Shizusan, and my beautiful assistant with me, as always, is Cheryl. She is dressed for winter today. If you haven't seen me at the Anime New Jersey Plus Plus event, she came with me that weekend, and I figure she's coming with me today for a winter episode because she is dressed for winter anyways. So that kind of like fills that spot. But let's get into the news, because that's probably why most of you are here, is just to see what's going on and what you need to look out for. So this week, because it's the holiday season, there really isn't much. You would think there's more, but there really isn't. So we're going to go through this like probably relatively quickly tonight, and we'll get to a couple of these gift card numbers that you guys can get. So hopefully you guys had a good week. Hopefully you guys are getting ready and are excited for the Christmas holidays, or just the holiday season in general, as it is going to be the new year as well. Hopefully anyone of you doing anything fun that you would like to share, we could talk about that as well. I know a group of my friends, they're all going to Japan for this Christmas, as they do almost every year. So I'm rather jealous. But yeah, those are their plans. My plans is mostly just going to be staying home and just relaxing. Because as most of you know, who's been watching my channel, this year has been really rough work-wise. A lot of changes, a lot of differences, but just in general, it's been rough, man. It's been a hard year for me. But hopefully the rest of you had a semi-good year, and if not, and you're in the same boat that I am, I mean, 2025 is another year that hopefully we'll have a better one. Who knows? We'll see what will happen. All right, let's change views. All right, as always, we are going to talk about some Dolphy Dream news. Alrighty. So, if you go to the Volks International website, they have a few things on there. One of which is this lovely thing here, which is their curated Christmas outfit or an accessories list. So if you go on their website, you're going to see there's going to be like a Christmas list on there of Christmassy themed things, or at least Christmas colors or holiday colors for this time of year. So think of a lot of reds, whites, greens, that kind of thing. So any of these outfits that you'll see here, most of them are still in stock. You'll see a lot of different items here. Like the ugly sweater is one. The small one is still in stock, I should say. The bigger one for most of the dolls is kind of out of stock. The hoodie for the Christmas time hoodie, that is out of stock, and so is the white Christmas cape. But other than that, everything else is still in stock. So you can get the Santa hat, the reindeer hats, the mitten and hat set. Most of these, yeah, like a lot of these are still in stock. It's just really obviously the ones that are pretty popular, like the Oh Holy Night, the white Christmas cape, and the ugly sweater, kind of gone. But if you're looking for anything like accessory wise, these reindeer and Santa hats are still in stock. Or if you want some like cute little dresses for your lovely ladies, that works out too. Let me just move my screen over so I could see this better. Okay, I think this is sufficiently moved. All right, moving on. There is going to be another thing from Volks USA that we need to talk, Volks International need to talk about, which is Doll Party 52 after event. Now, I already talked about this the last time when we had the what's it called, the Doll Symposium episode 75. I told you that they already hinted that it was going to be on January 18th of 2025. But now we have the actual posting or the actual listing there showing you when it's going to be. For those that don't know, the actual Doll Party 52 took place last weekend, which was December 8th in Japan. For most of us, I think that was December the 9th for us here in the US. And they had their event there. There's a lot of pictures there if you want to go on their website to see, what it looked like and, what kind of things were given away. Not really given away, but like for sale, rather, I should say. So they had their normal winter outfit collection as well as their two special Dolphy Dreams that were released, which is Takina and Chisato from Licorice Recoil. You also have the casual outfit sets that are here. and the winter outfit collection also on here as well. So all these things are going to go up for the after event on January the 18th. Remember though that the after event is a click war. This is not a lottery. It's not a pre-order. So it's first come, first serve. I'm pretty sure these Dolphy Dreams will go pretty quickly, as well as their secondary casual outfits. They will probably go really quickly, as they tend to. And usually because it's a click war, you know, there's always going to, you just got to watch out. There's always going to be issues with loading the page. Sometimes the page won't load. Sometimes you'll get the page to load. You'll add it to cart. And when you get to the checkout point, it always freezes at the checkout point. And it, at least it did for me. So I have lost many an item during these lotteries, but you never know. You could be lucky. It happens. If you have good ping or good latency, you know, you have good chances to win any of these ladies or any of these like secondary outfits. Like I really like these high neck rib knit dresses. These are really cool. As well as like this little scarf here. You have the frilled down jacket. It's like a lot of these things are pretty nice for this winter season, or outfit collection wise. I kind of was hoping for more. There really isn't too much on here for the after event. I'm pretty sure it's because all the other stuff was sold out during the actual event, which, you know, if you ask me, is kind of weird because they normally have leftover stuff, you know, for the after event. Like they actually put things aside just so they can have things for the after event. But I feel like this is only one page of stuff, and I'm pretty sure there was at least a page and like 2 columns worth of things last time I checked out their winter collection before Doll Party. But you know, it is what it is. But you know, if you want any of these items, just make sure you log on to the Volks International website on January the 18th of 2025 at 10 a.m. JP time. So if you're on the East Coast, that's usually the day before. It'll be January 17th at like probably 10 p.m. or 9 p.m. usually is when that is for us on the East Coast. If you're on the West Coast, it's probably a little bit later. You're looking at 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning. And then other places around the world, I'm not really sure. So check your time zone configurations to see when January 18th at 10 a.m. Japanese time it is for you, wherever you live in the world. Okay, so that's the doll party thing. And then moving on to the next, they also have this weird section. I've never seen them do this before. This is kind of like, I feel like this is new, but it may not be. Cheryl. So they have this other section that you can click on the international website called I forgot what it was called. I think it was like the Japanese outfit selection. And like everything that you'll see in this like curated selection is all Japanese like themed. So, you know, you're obviously going to have this Imperial Court sleeve coordinated set. You're going to have these tabi socks. There's going to be a festival hat. You're going to have the Shinto shrine maidens, as well as the broom for the shrine maidens. You're going to have like a lot of like these. You can have the yukata. Yukata is here, and the jinbei set, whatever that means. It kind of looks like the thing that you would wear when you go to an onsen. Then you have these little confetti girl Ramun sets, which are really cute for the little ones. This thing, I don't know what this is, the Toho gear style. I guess it's Japanese steampunk kind of themed or whatever, but that's going to be there. You have the Senbon Sakura sets for both Ren and Lin. You have these like evening clothes, they call them, but they look like a form of like some kind of like religious Shinto gear. Here, I'll click on one of them so you could see. But it looks like this. It's not really a Shinto priestess outfit that you normally would see, like, or stereotypically would see. It's like some kind of version of it, though, with this like black, like knee length kind of skirt that you can get with it. But yeah, this whole section, like when you get on the international website, is just all Japanese like themed things or like cultural things. We can go to page 2, see what else is there. So you're gonna have more of this, like the Moonlight Maiden is like this really cute. It kind of like gives that kitsune vibes. It kind of like reminds me of that. but it's not really. You have like the dog ears and little, or like the bunny ears and bunny tail, I guess it is, that she's wearing. But I mean, it doesn't come with it, but you know, it is what it is. But like I said, most of these things that are on here are some kind of Japanese inspired or Japanese themed like outfits in this section. You even have like the Japan support Japan set with the hoppy coat and like the little inflatable things that you bang when you go to a Japanese like ball game or something like that, or some kind of festival. Some shoes here, some more kimono sets that you can have here as well. So that section is there if you were looking for something like that. I have never seen them do like a section like that before, but I guess they're just trying to come up with some kind of ideas that they can use for it. Now, moving onwards. Now, because it is the holiday season, Volks is going to be closed. There is a whole other section about the Volks stores in Japan. So if you're visiting Japan this holiday season, during the Christmas season, I believe the stores are closed. There's a whole schedule on here, but the main thing I want to focus on for this episode is because most of us don't live in Japan, is that the online shopping. So for the Volks online store during the holiday season, it is open to place orders. You can place orders anytime during the holiday season you want. The catch is none of it will ship until January the 6th of 2025. So you have to wait. So the cutoff time is December 19th. Okay. If you order anything before December the 19th midnight, it will ship out to you. Anything placed on order from December 20th on to December I guess you could say the 5th or the 6th, it won't be shipped out until the 6th itself. So if you order something on Christmas Day, which would be the 25th, which you can because the online store will be open, it's just that item will not be shipped to you until January the 6th or January the 7th or 8th. It really depends on the queue. So if there's like a bunch of orders, if you ordered, you know, on Friday, December the 20th, you're more likely going to have yours shipped first before somebody that orders it on December the 25th. That's all I'm saying. So it just goes based on when you ordered it, who's going to get their ship first. But they are closed, for the actual store. I think they said the store. No, actually, I think they said somewhere on here that the store itself is closed except for the 26th and 27th. Were the only 2 days that they would be open. But the online store is open all the time. So if you wanted to order anything. Likewise, if we're going to go to Volks USA, the end of year holiday schedule for them as well. Oh no, this is for Volks USA. Okay. So Volks USA, they're going to be closed on these dates. So December 24th and December 25th, the online store is going to be closed. Remember, the Volks USA store does not have a physical location you can visit and buy from. They're just saying that the online store is closed 24th and 25th. And then the 30th of December to January 1st, they're closed. But oddly enough, on December 26th and 27th, they're open. So if you wanted to order anything from Volks USA, they'll be open during December 26th and 27th. Normal hours will resume on January 2nd, which I would assume that if you placed any orders during the 26th and 27th, they'll start shipping them out on January 2nd. But those are the holiday closing schedules for Volks International and Volks USA. Just in case you guys, you want to spend that Christmas money that you got, you're more likely going to be able to shop a lot easier on the international website than you will on the Volks USA website. But again, both of them, they're not shipping out until 2025, regardless of, when you order. Cymex, welcome to the stream. Happy Friday the 13th. Yeah, it's not like the best day to stream because it is Friday the 13th. But again, I haven't been on for a while, which I didn't actually get a chance to explain, but I'll talk about it later. But yeah, happy Friday the 13th, Cymex, and happy holidays, as this is the Christmas special for today. Okay. Moving forward, I believe that's everything, right? Yeah, that's everything for Volks news for this week. Like I said, there wasn't much. Most of the stuff, was leading up until Dolpa that happened last weekend. And now that Dolpa is over, they're kind of like And it's the holiday season. I'm pretty sure they're just relaxing from now until the new year starts or something to that effect. So we're probably not going to get much news from now onwards from Volks, if any. The biggest news probably will be, well, actually not for Volks. We'll probably have to wait for bigger news around February or March when they start announcing the spring dolpa that usually comes around that time of the year. Let's see. I think that's, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think that's everything. Okay, so moving on, we're going to move on to some Azone stuff. So we did miss a couple weeks of, being on for live streams. So we have some things to catch up on Azone. And first of all, are these really interesting. They're called Luminous Street Me Hug Me. Now, this is the white cat version. Essentially what it is a pure Nemo. If you don't remember, the pure Nemos are the little ones. They're around like 8 inches tall or something like that. They're 1/6 scale dolls. These come at a price of 17,600 yen, which is going to run you roughly around like $100 something, like maybe 120, 110. It really depends on the current conversion rate. I think right now, because the dollar is still so much stronger than the yen, you're probably looking at somewhere around like probably the 120 range. They are up on pre-order now for this girl, and I don't know if she has clothes underneath. Do they even show? I think there's like maybe like a slip or something, but you could see like it's just a giant like kigurumi suit for these pure Nemo girls. Where's the picture with the? Oh, here we go. She's got some kind of a white dress on that it comes with underneath. I believe it says it somewhere here. Where is it? Oh, here. So you get the Me doll body, which is the kigurumi suit. The oh no, the Me doll body, that's the doll itself. Okay. The cat costume, a collar, apron, and shorts. So that's pretty much all you're gonna get in there. So I guess she is naked underneath. You don't get this stuff. You only get the where is it? This is a better view. Here, no, that's not it. There you go. You get this apron here, and I guess she gets shorts that she puts on somewhere. I don't see it in any of the pictures really. And that's the other one. But yeah, the pre-orders are open right now. So if you want to pre-order her on azone.net, this is the white cat version. You can pre-order her on azone.net or your other local places. I say local, your other online shops that you normally frequent for Azone stuff. You could probably pre-order them there. You can also contact Fabric and Friends to see if they have a pre-order open for her. Now there also is her other sister, the Me Hug Me black cat version. So if you didn't like the white cat version, there is a black cat version as well. Now, same price, 17,600 yen. You're roughly going to run around $125, give or take. This is going to be pre-order opening right now. Now, it doesn't say exactly until supplies last. So I don't know if it's an actual pre-order. I mean, historically, Azone's pre-orders usually have a set limit, and once they hit that limit, you can't pre-order anymore. But I don't think it's really a click war, but I could be mistaken. It's always hit or miss with these websites because they don't Google Translate very well most of the time. But if you do want any of these lovely ladies, they do come with these big cat suits. So if you're a pure Nemo fan, even if you don't like the girl that's inside, it's like if it's not your cup of tea, you can still get the really cool outfit, which I'm pretty sure that's what most people are going to try and get, is this outfit anyways, just to put into their, their characters. There's another picture of the girl herself. But yeah, they're up on pre-order right now if you want to pre-order them wherever, you normally go, whether that be Fabric and Friends, azone.net, AmiAmi, HobbyLink Japan, or 99.co.jp. If there are other places, let me know, but those are the ones I usually know that Azone does pre-orders on. Now, another thing I thought was really interesting for Azone stuff. Oh, actually, before I move on, I totally forgot. I should have done this after the Dolphy Dream stuff. So we're going to do our first giveaway. So for those of you that want to participate in the giveaway for today's stream, I do have a lovely reindeer card. Reindeer card. This is a Starbucks gift card. So for those of you that like Starbucks, all you have to do is open your Starbucks app. I will give you the number, and then you guys can add this. Now remember, there are 3 of these given away today. If you win one of them, you know, I would only ask nicely that you don't participate in the other 2 so that you can give other people a chance to win. This is the nice happy medium I could do to give you guys gifts for this Christmas without having anyone exchange any personal information. So it's really up for grabs for anyone. Okay, so for the first giveaway prize, you're going to need the card number, which this is the number for the card itself, and then I'll give you the code that you're going to need to activate. So the card number is 6320 1263 1289 9574. Okay, that is the card number that you're gonna need, because there is a QR code that you scan, but I don't think it'll come out very well on camera on stream. So you're just gonna need the numbers itself. So again, the card number is 6320 1263 1289 9574. That is the card number. And here's the code. This is the most important part. You're going to need the code in order to retrieve what's on the card. So the code is 07120507. I will give that one more time. That is 07120507. Good luck to everybody that is participating in the first giveaway for the Starbucks gift card. That is 1 down, 2 more to go. That's the stream. Hopefully, you know, somebody wins. Enjoy your Starbucks gift card. If you're not a Starbucks drinker, you can at least buy something for a friend with it. So that's the first giveaway. If you won, please don't participate in the other 2 so that other people can win one of these cards. Okay, let's go back to the news. So, moving on, there is another announcement from Azone News, and that is going to be this new body. So, they are introducing a new Pure Nemo version 2 Emotion S Girl. So, this is the Emotion body with the S bust. So, it's a smaller bust. And it is going to be the silky skin version. This is going to be up for pre-order. I don't know if they said pre-sale on Azone direct stores prior to general sales. Here we go. Pre-sales start on December 21st of 2024. You're going to need to do your pre-order at Label Shop Akihabara, Label Shop Ikebukuro, Label Shop, regular Label Shop, Osaka Label Shop, the Factory Shop, or azone.net. If you go to azone.net, you can do that. And then Azone Label Shop, Rakuten Market. So remember, if you're doing it on azone.net, you need to use a third-party buying service like Buy or Shopping, World Shopping, or something like that. But you can pre-order these new bodies. Essentially, it's basically the same as the regular Emotion S. For flexibility and posability wise, the only difference really is this is the silky skin version, which I don't know what that means other than the description. So the description says that the silky coating adds a moist and smooth texture, giving the skin a soft, high quality feel and more realistic texture. I honestly have no idea what that means. That's like, I guess it has a smooth feeling skin, but soft vinyl already has like this smooth feel. If you get like a smart doll, it's a little bit harder, like almost like a plastic sort of. If you get it from Volks, it's a very soft, like a lot of the Volks dolls, their vinyl is very super soft. I don't know what this means. It also sounds a little weird. It sounds a little dirty because it's like the silky coating adds a moist and smooth texture. What is that? What is that supposed to be? Giving the skin a soft, high quality feel and more realistic texture. Is it like a silicone body? Because those are kind of soft, except a little powdery because the powder keeps the whatever they use for that. I think it's like some kind of soft vinyl or something, or silicone. That's what it is, silicone, from like breaking or cracking. I really don't know what this means. Honestly, unless you want to just buy it to try it out, you might as well just get a regular Pure Nemo emotion body and just be done with it, because this is something that is a very hard purchase to make for us international buyers, because we can't feel it and find out what this silky smooth body is like or feels like, or I don't even know why you would want it. Like, why would you want the body to feel more realistic? I just don't understand that part. Like, okay, just rationally speaking, if you're making the body more realistic feeling, what is that for though? Because it's already a doll or toy or collector's item, whatever you may feel about it or want to label it as. Does it need to feel like a real skin? Does it really need to feel moist? Like, how did they describe it again? Does it need to feel moist and smooth? I guess it's just a gimmick. I feel like it's just a gimmick, really. It's just, okay, so you got a moist and smooth body. Great. Does it attract more dirt? Does it take in dye easier? Like, I don't know. There's just so many questions to this that are unanswered. Until somebody buys one and does a review online, for us international buyers that can't hold it in person and see what the hype is about, we really don't know. But if you're interested and you want to try out the silky skin version, you can pre-order this on December 21st. It's just a hard sell for me. Like, taking the creepiness out of it, it's just a hard sell, because why would I need a doll body to be moist and smooth? Like, I just don't. I don't really need that. Like, what? I don't know. Maybe I'm not the target audience, is what I'm trying to say, for this particular body type, and I don't even understand why there is a target audience for something like this. Like, somebody must have asked. Like, somebody must have sent an email to Azone, or somebody on the Azone staff was like, you know what we don't have? We don't have dolls with wet or moist and smooth texture. Like, I just don't know how that came up in the meeting. Like how is this a good idea? But you never know. Maybe if I end up buying one, I don't know, for research purposes. Okay, don't. I know you guys are gonna do this when I say that, but like, and then for whatever reason, when I get it in my hands, I'm like, oh, this is really cool. I really like this. I'm gonna endorse this now. Without that kind of an experience, I just don't know who this is for. But it is something that they're doing. So if you want, you could get this body on December 21st on azone.net for us international people. Cymex says, what do you do to participate? You don't have to do anything for the giveaway. For the giveaway, okay, hold on. Let me change views so you guys can see it a little bit better. For the giveaway for today, there's Starbucks gift cards, okay? For you to, I don't know, have some coffee, have some like snacks or whatever at Starbucks for the holiday season on me. You just have to be here and just listen to when it comes. You do need a Starbucks app. If you have the Starbucks app, you do need that in order to retrieve this money, because even if you were to save the number and then go to Starbucks and try to use it, somebody will already add it to their app before you even get the chance. So I will tell you the card number, which is what you're going to need on your app, and then I will give you the security code on the back so that you can add this card to your app, and then you could start purchasing, with the money that's on this. I already did the first giveaway. There are 2 more giveaways for Starbucks gift cards for my little Christmas gift to you guys. Always coming to hang out on the live streams. And if for whatever reason, if I don't know, for some reason nobody wins, for those of you watching on the VODs, try checking out these numbers and adding them to your app, because if someone didn't take them, they might still be available anyways. The only thing I ask is that, whoever grabs it first gets it. The only thing that I ask is, if you won one of the cards, please don't participate again to try to get more cards. I know there's no way for me to police that to make sure that nobody monopolizes all the cards that I give out today. But I just figured this is the easiest way for me to give a gift out to you guys that live all around the world without having to exchange personal information, whether that be emails or an address where I have to mail you something, because a lot of people don't feel comfortable with that kind of stuff. Especially nowadays, there's always a lot of fear about getting your identity stolen or something like that. And not to say that I would do that to you guys or I would sell your information or anything like that, but this just kind of alleviates all that. So it ends up just being, whoever gets it first. And I only ask that if you won one of the cards, don't participate for the other 2. But again, there's no way I can police that to make sure that doesn't happen. But I just wanted to give a small gift for Christmas to you guys for always coming out. And I know that it's not guaranteed you'll get it, but I don't have a lot of money to give. So this is my little thing that I'm giving out for you guys. Let's see. Matthew Nelson, welcome to the stream, Matthew. Smooth is okay, but moist is weird. Yeah, no, that's true, because like I said earlier, the Dolphy Dream dolls have smooth skin. Because of the soft vinyl, but why does it have to be moist? And then if it's a moist, smooth body, then does it dry out? Do you have to re-moisten the body? And that sounds so gross when I put it that way. But if you have a moist body and then, it's gonna go dry. There's no way it can retain its quote unquote moistness for ever, right? So you have to re-wet the body, or God forbid I say re-lubricate the body. I don't understand who this is for. I'm so confused as to who this doll body is for. Why? And I know some people are going to watch this and just be like, it's for the perverts. I don't know that. You don't know that. Some people just have unique tastes. This is definitely not my cup of tea. But I'm talking about it because it's a new product and kind of half joking because I think it's funny. But I don't know. If you're interested in this stuff, you don't have to say that out loud, but it's there if you wanted it, okay? It's an option. And for 3,000 yen for one of these bodies, it's fairly cheap, I guess you could say. That's only a quarter of an actual new doll. But whatever. It's up to you if you want to purchase it. But I have questions about this, and not the pervy kinds. I just have questions because if it's moist, does it stay moist? And what kind of moist are we talking about? Am I going to touch this doll body and I'm going to have residue on my hands? I don't know. I just don't know. And it doesn't make any sense to me is all I'm saying. I just don't get what the need is for this type of a body, but it's there. If you guys want it, it is there. So December 21st is when pre-orders start is when pre-orders start. Okay. Okay. We're moving on. We're going to go on to some Smart Doll news. Now, interestingly enough, there is barely any Smart Doll news as in posts. Danny hasn't really posted much in the news section other than the fact that of this post here talking about the young kids that are buying a lot of dolls during this holiday season, which is cute. I mean, you have these kids, you have these young kids that are getting into the hobby and, they're liking these dolls and that's cool, man. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just surprised that a lot of the the smart doll sales this holiday season are for young kids because, these dolls aren't the cheapest things that you could get. Now, they're not the most expensive things. I mean, getting your child a PlayStation 5 is definitely going to cost you more money than a smart doll. Or getting your kid like a new tablet, a new phone, a new laptop for Christmas. Like those kind of gifts obviously are going to be, depending on which brand you buy or what model you buy, but it's going to be more than a smart doll. But just, it always amazes me how many parents out there are, very giving with this type of a purchase because, it is a doll at the end of the day. It is I don't want to say it's a collector's doll per se, but it is a doll at the end of the day, and it requires some special care. Not that young kids aren't responsible enough to care for these dolls, but also at that age when you, depending on how young we're going, you have to instill into the child the idea of caring for their dolls because I don't know about you, and I know I've talked about this on this channel many times before, is that when I was growing up, I was a young kid. My younger sister always had Barbie dolls, and she always used to play with them. And I'm sorry that I'm outing my sister on live stream, but she used to play with them when she got them brand new. And then at some point in time, they would always end up naked just randomly somewhere in the house. Like, I don't know why that happens. And I've heard from other females that had dolls when they were growing up that also happened to them too. Like at some point in time, those dolls ended up just being naked somewhere lying around in the house, like uncared for. Like the kid doesn't play with it anymore. So I just always wondered, like these young kids that fall in love with smart dolls, that get these that get these dolls for Christmas. I always wondered like if that ends up happening to these dolls, because remember, if you're a parent that's not into the doll hobby, like me, like I'm into the doll hobby, but my wife, she could care less for it. It's not her cup of tea. She doesn't really care for it. So like, if for some reason, if I wasn't married to my wife and she had kids with somebody else or whatever, and the child wanted a smart doll, and for whatever reason she said, sure, I'll buy you one for Christmas, like it's not like she could educate the child on how to properly care for the doll. But at the same time, maybe they just have that much disposable income where it doesn't matter. But if you're not in the hobby, it's hard to convey that to the young child on, how you can customize the doll, how you care for the doll, how to maintain the doll, like if it gets stained and things like that. Like those little things that us in the doll hobby would know to look out for or know what to do. Like don't leave it in sunlight, don't feed it after midnight, those kind of things. If you're not in the doll hobby and you just bought this doll for your child because they asked for it, I was always curious what ends up happening with the doll. Is it just like you and me? Like, do the young kids just naturally have an affinity to care for their things? Maybe, maybe they will, and the doll would become their most prized treasure and a collector's item when they get older because they've kept it, pristine, so to speak. Or are they the type of kid like me? Like, because I sure as hell, when I was a young kid, I didn't play with dolls, but any toys that I got, man, I put those toys through the ringer. Like those Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, those Transformers, those G.I. Joes. When I was a kid, I made them fight. I threw them around. They had battle damage. Like, dude, like people that are avid collectors of these things. When I was a kid, my old G.I. Joes, like when they would have wars and stuff, I would like paint on them to like show like battle damage or they're bleeding because they got shot or something. Like I'd take a red marker and draw on them. And I know like collectors are like, oh, you had an original Duke and you drew on him? I was like, yeah, I did. So it really depends. Like I always was very curious. I'm not saying that young kids can't have these dolls. I'm just saying that I'm so curious as to what those young kids do with them. Like because not every kid's the same. Some kids might destroy the doll. Some kids might treat it like a treasure. You never know. It really depends on the child. So I don't know. I always thought it was amazing that like Smart Doll sales during the holiday season is majority for young kids. And I was just so curious, like I wish I could have a progress report and be like, hey, so where's your doll from last Christmas? Like, how's it doing? Kind of thing. Like, I was always so curious on how that plays out. And if any of you parents out there that are watching this, or kids that are watching this stream, let me know. Like, what do you normally do with your dolls? Do you still play with your smart doll from last Christmas or whatever? I'm just curious. Let's see. Matthew says Adiga dolls are squishy. Yeah, they definitely are. That's silicone, man. But they're so powdery. They have powder on them. Cymex says, who asked for a moist doll? I don't know. Okay. LOL, you're falling down the rabbit hole. Yeah, I was. About those Azone bodies, I was. But like, it's just, I had so many questions. Marie Velez, welcome to the stream, Marie. We're doing giveaways for gifts. I already did the first giveaway, so you could participate in the in the next ones coming up, if you were so inclined to. Let's see. Matthew Nelson says, I still have a case full of GI Joes. Oh, Matthew, dude, my GI Joes are all gone. Like, when I got married and I moved out, they were in my mom's house, and I haven't really picked them up from my mom's house because I didn't need them, I guess, as an adult. And I wasn't really like thinking about like collecting them or anything at that point in time in my life. So they're all gone. She gave them all away. All my G.I. Joes are gone. My Transformers are gone. All my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, all gone. All of it. It's funny though that now that I'm older, I'm buying those retro G.I. Joe figures. They're like 6.5 inches tall, and they all look like the old G.I. Joes that were released in like the 80s. And I'm like recollecting those, which is insane because they're not the cheapest things right now. But they're pretty cool. I also collect Transformers because they have a new line of well, it's not new anymore, but they have a line of Transformers that look just like the original toys from the cartoon. I shouldn't say toys, look like the characters from the cartoon in the 80s, and they're fully transformable. They look great. But yeah, I it's just weird that like I didn't think about it when I was younger to save them or keep them, and now they're like collector's items. They're like, and I think that's the reason why they're so expensive when you want to buy the originals, because as children of I don't even know how to say this. Let's say of collectibles from the 1950s onto the early 1990s, most people opened them and played with those toys. Nobody ever thought of like keeping them in pristine condition that they would be desirables later on. Like we never thought about that. Like all toys were used. They were all open. And there's that small handful of people that were like in the 50s to the early 90s that were like, oh, I have this toy. It's my precious toy. I'm never going to open it. And those people that had those toys as kids that never opened those toys, they have really expensive collections. And I'm pretty sure that some of them have probably sold their collections because they're worth, you could make a good money out of it. Like, okay, we're going on a tangent right now, but let's take comic books, for example, right? The very first Spider-Man comic book, the first ever issue of Spider-Man, I think it sold at auction was like $4 million or $5 million in pristine condition. Like, whoever thought about that? Like, when you read the comic books as a kid, you're just like, oh, I read it, and then you throw it in like in your closet or something, or you put it on the shelf. I mean, some people treat their items nicer than others, but like at the end of the day, none of us really thought about keeping them for resale value. That's like a new concept, like since the late 90s onwards. And half of it has to do with millennials. Like we're just starved for the nostalgia factor, and we just want to buy things that we remember as kids because either we had them and we don't have them anymore, or we always wanted them and we never got them. So now we buy them now. Nostalgia is like a huge selling point nowadays, especially in today's society. Nostalgia is a huge selling point. So like the first Spider-Man comic, nobody cared. Like they read it, they thought it was cool, they kept it, and that's it. Like nobody thought of a resale value. So like a lot of them are gone in the garbage. A lot of them are destroyed, beyond repair. And those very few people that kept their Spider-Man issue 1 in mint condition because that's just their personality. It's not, I don't even think they were thinking about resale value at that point in their lives. They were just like, this is my special comic book. I just want to keep it nice because that's a personality trait. Like some people are just like that. And, 20, 30 years later, it turns out it's worth a couple $1 million because you can probably not find a copy of Spider-Man issue 1 anymore because, like I said, most of them are destroyed. Most of them are, in the garbage, gone, lost to time. And the ones that survived are either heavily destroyed or in mint condition going for millions of dollars. I think last I saw a Spider-Man issue 1 in bad condition, like tears, dirt on it and stuff, it's still sold for a couple $1,000s. Like that's insane. So again, I know that was like a long tangent, but essentially what I'm trying to get at is I'm just curious that when these dolls are given to children, I'm just wondering what the children do with it. Like I'm really curious because I know what we as adults do with our dolls. We either collect them and keep them pristine, or we customize them and we play with them. I'm assuming the same applies to children, but I feel like children are more predisposed to play with their things rather than keep them as collector's items, I feel like. But yeah, I don't know. I just always thought it was an interesting point that the majority of their sales are to kids during the holidays. It's pretty interesting. Cymex says, that's so cool, Matthew. I wish I still had my childhood dolls. Matthew says, Dauntless is still sitting on my art desk. Nice. Dauntless is such a cutie. Marie Vasquez says, aw. Matthew Nelson says, my brother buried his in flower pots. Mom was finding them years later. Yo, I remember I did that once. I got the idea from a movie. I forgot what movie it was. Oh man, it's not Home Alone. Oh, maybe it's Home Alone, where like he was playing with his GI Joes and then he buried them. Like he did like a whole, was it Home Alone where he did like a whole burial thing? I did that once. I was playing with my Joes out in the yard, and I like one of them died in battle or something like that, and then I buried it in the backyard, and then for some weird reason I could never find it again. Like I could not find out where that GI Joe was buried. So it's somewhere. If somebody digs up my backyard somewhere, they're going to find a G.I. Joe somewhere buried in there. It's not going to be pristine because obviously it's in the dirt and I drew all over it. So it's destroyed. Marie Velez says, my Barbies went with me everywhere. I would pack a bag just for them. The ones that survived are in very loved condition, including my dog's teeth on their legs. I still have a few of them. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, because kids are kids. They're going to want to play with their dolls. Like who doesn't want to play with their things, like their toys? So I'm curious what condition these smart dolls end up being like a year later afterwards. I'm just really curious what happens with them. Matthew says, I had all kinds of comic books from the 70s. Mom sold them in a yard sale while I was at college. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine, Matthew? I'm sure you can imagine. Like you must have had something good in that collection, right? Like an issue 1 of something from the 70s that was released. Like who came out in the 70s? Oh my God, I'm struggling. Was Supergirl? I think Supergirl came out in the 70s. Maybe there's like a lot of characters that came out in the 70s. I'm like blanking on it right now, but whoever those characters are, you probably ended up getting an issue 1, of a new comic that came out, and then your mom sells them when you're gone, only to find out that nowadays, if you still had it, it's probably worth a couple thousand. That hurts. Marie Velez says, some things never change because now I have a small luggage that travels with me just for my dolls. Hey, some things don't. I mean, I have special luggage that I put together to travel with my dolls when I go to conventions. So I totally understand that. Now, I didn't have a luggage or carrying case for dolls when I was a kid for dolls because I didn't play with dolls, but I did have like a special bag set aside for like my Transformers and GI Joes to take with me whenever I traveled. So I definitely can understand that correlation. Matthew says that's cool. My kid refers to my Smarties as dad's girls. Several early issues. I had all kinds. Oh, for your comic books, probably several bankers boxes full. Dang, that's a lot. Christina Kowald, welcome to the stream, Christina. I hope everyone's having a great day. Well, so far so good. I didn't have a good week, but you know, I'm having a good day now after I got out of work. But yeah, I mean, you know, Matthew, my daughter, you know, she doesn't really mind this hobby. She's actually starting to get into it like a little bit. She has her own doll now, thanks to Tempest Strife. But my son, you know, typical boy, I guess you could say. He always, it's not that he makes fun of me. He's always asking me, he's like, "Daddy, why do you play with dolls? Dolls are for girls." And I try to I try my best to explain to him to a way that he'll understand that, you know, toys aren't necessarily have to be for boys and or girls. It could just be for anyone. And I hope it's really sinking in, but he always like he's still young, like he's 8, so you know he's still trying to understand things and you know whatever. Plus the fact there's also at that age, you know, kids are kids, like they're not very like I don't want to say that they're dumb. They're not dumb. It's just they don't have life experiences, you know, or a sense of understanding between things that us as adults can understand. And obviously you can teach them these things and they can learn. That no doubt about that. But it's just that you also have the struggles of being a young child in today's society, you know, with peers. We always every one of us have had peers growing up as a child that would make fun of you or praise you or congratulate you for things that you do in your life. But I feel like in today's society for kids nowadays, there's just so many avenues of bullying. Like it used to be that you would get bullied at school because those are the kids that you see every day, or you would get bullied, you know, at your summer camp maybe, you know, or you know, kids in the neighborhood, right? And that's really it. That was like your whole world, and they would bully you only in person because that's really the only way they could. But now in today's society, not only do they bully you at school, they can bully you through your phone if you're old enough to have a phone. They can bully you on social media. They can bully you on the internet with posts in social media. Like there's so many avenues of bullying now. And because we are a society that has, how should I say this, has evolved to the point where it's no longer black and white with things like you know what I mean, like back in the day, like, and I say back in the day but it's really like maybe 15-20 years ago, things were always adult or child or man or woman or girl or boy, and you were always segregated into those things, and like boys played with, you know, played war, or boys played cowboys and Indians and girls played house. But now our society has evolved to the point where it's like we as people we can do whatever we want to do, and we have a freedom to express ourselves and not get pigeonholed into, oh, because you're a boy you have to do this or whatever, right? So there's so many things out there for us to do and so many avenues that are open to us, but it also leaves us open and vulnerable to individuals to, you know, kind of attack you for what you like. There are still people out there that will, you know, criticize you for whatever you do or whatever you like. And we talked about this on this channel, you know, with all of my friends on that episode of that we did about doll owners and like expectancies and things like that and stereotypes. But it is definitely a different world today where everybody can do anything they want for the most part, within reason, I guess you could say. And it's socially acceptable to do those things. And we opened our minds to the fact that, you know, you don't have to do this just because you're born like this or whatever. Like, you can do whatever it is that you feel is right for you inside, as long as it's not something that detrimentally hurts another person. Like, meaning that, like, if your inclination is, I would like to kill every person in the world, that's my idea of fun, then that I would have to say is wrong. Like, that's something that is not tolerable. But you know, if you're somebody that, you know, is born with a male anatomy but wants to identify as female, we're cool with that now. Like, that's our society now. Like, that's something we understand now, whereas years ago that was a foreign concept. But now we understand those things. And likewise, like, it's not even just your gender identity, it's just things that you like to do too, like, or things that you like to experience. Like, the world has opened up to so many things nowadays. It's amazing. But it also leaves a lot of people, like, vulnerable at the same time for people to attack you. But it's changing every day. It's getting better. You know, like, where people can scream from the rooftops like, this is me and I'm proud of what I am or who I am or what I do. And most people will, you know, congratulate you for that for the most part and be like, yeah, you do you, man. Be you. But it's just interesting. I just find it very an interesting concept on how those things would end up being with kids nowadays. But my son, it's just long-winded story, but like, my son, he's just like, yeah, boys don't play with dolls. And I'm like, yes they do. Yes they do. But you know, then he goes to school, you know, God forbid, and you know, his peers or other kids his age that don't have the same life experiences or understandings, you know, they might make fun of him if he says, oh, my dad collects dolls and whatever. And then they might make fun of him by saying, oh, your dad's a girly man or something like that. Like, I'm just trying to make up excuses or examples that maybe he would hear, you know, and then maybe he's not going to openly share that information because he doesn't want to get bullied by the other kids that don't understand, you know, because they're kids. They don't understand, they're kids. So it's just weird. It's interesting how, you know, things move along in today's world. Sorry, I was on my soapbox, like, talking about that kind of stuff. It is my apologies. Tangent king. Let me get a drink of water real quick. Okay. Matthew says, kiddo is 25. I got proud. She sits on his art desk. Wait, what? Oh, you're talking about Dauntless. I'm assuming you're talking about Dauntless, which is on the art desk. Simex says, it's nice to have this interest now when we can connect with others around the world with the same interests. Yeah, that is one of the nice things about the way society is now with, like, social media and the internet and everything, is that prime example, I've talked about this before on the show, but just in case you guys haven't heard it, anime. I was huge into anime when I was a kid, but nobody in my neighborhood watched anime. Like, I'm talking, like, I come from a sports town, so everybody played sports, whether it be basketball, hockey, football, whatever. Everybody played sports. Like, nobody really watched anime. Some of the kids played video games, but it was mostly about sports where I grew up. And I couldn't find another kid that liked anime anywhere. The first time I ever met anyone that liked anime was, I want to say, like, junior year of high school, I would say. I ran into someone that likes anime, and it was like a transfer kid that came to our school, and we were like, oh, hey, you like anime? I was like, thank God, somebody I can talk to. So you were beholden by where you lived and who else was around you. And if nobody was interested in the thing that you liked, then it's like you feel weird, you feel out of place. But with today's society and the way the internet and social media is set up, is that Sure, I may not have anyone that lives around me in my vicinity that likes these dolls, but there's so many people around the world and like this YouTube channel, and I'm talking to you guys live stream now, we can all get together and talk about the same thing that we love, even though we are physically not near each other. And that is the amazing thing. You can connect with like-minded people for any hobby so much more easier now than it was before. You have so much more access to find people that are more in tune with your interests than you were like 20 years ago, let's say. It was very hard 20 years ago. College was a big eye-opener for me when it came to anime. I've met a lot more people in college that liked anime than I did when I was younger, but still. And even today, even for like doll collecting right now, I don't know anybody near me that is into dolls, like physically near me. And if they are, they don't really talk about the fact that they collect dolls, or I don't really ever see them. Like, I have not seen a single person anywhere in my physical vicinity that has taken a doll outside for photo shoots or just, with them, like in a grocery store or anything. I have not seen it. I feel like I'm the only one that does it in my physical vicinity. And even at anime cons or whatever, I barely see anyone with dolls ever. I'm usually the only one. It is getting better nowadays. I'm starting to see more people with it, but it's usually because they're coming to see my panel, at a con, so they brought their dolls with them. But if I wasn't doing a doll panel at a con and I was just attending a con, I would never see a doll out. So it's just interesting how that works out. So this whole social media thing, like with my YouTube channel, at least I get to talk to all of you. Regardless of where you are in the world, we can always talk about the things that we love. So it's a good point, Cymex, and I think that's one of the best things about our society today is this easy access to like-minded individuals, for good or for bad. I guess you could say that it could be a double-edged sword as well. Matthew says, no, Dauntless is on my desk. I bought the kiddo Proud Smart Doll. For his desk, he does anime style artwork for a living. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. So your child also has, your adult child also has their own smart doll on their desk. Okay. Simon says, that's cool, Matthew. My son is about the same age and also does anime style art for a living. That's so awesome. I wish I could do something like that, but I don't know how to draw. I make stick figures look bad. Like it's horrible. I can't draw for nothing. Christina says, I was super into anime. Tim the White Line Princess Knight, and I think you hit enter too fast because it looks like it got cut off, Christine. What is the I was super into anime Tim the White Line Princess Knight. I don't know that one. Which show is that? You need to finish that sentence so I could I could look it up. Okay, so moving on with the news, right? Because we're done with that. There isn't really any news because after anime or London Comic-Con, Danny's just been traveling. Like if you pay attention to his social media account, he's constantly posting pictures of, man, I don't know where he went exactly, but he was in London. He flew somewhere where it was snowing all the time. Then I think he's back in London now because he's like posting pictures of London again. So it's just really, really cool. Like he's living his best life. Let's just say, like he's living the good life. And some people may criticize that, but I think it's well deserved. Everybody deserves a break. Everybody deserves, a chance to, work hard but also play hard. If that makes any sense to you. So there really isn't much news because he's been on vacation, essentially. This is a long vacation, too, because usually he does like maybe a week or two, but it's almost like a month he's been out and about doing his vacation thing. But, whatever, man. You do you, Danny. My son designed our logo's profile pic based on our dolls. Oh, that's cute. Okay, so before we move on to the timeline, because there's a lot of stuff in the time. There's 95 pictures we need to talk about, or at least review. Let's do another giveaway. So we're going to do giveaway number 2, okay? So giveaway number 2 is another, hold on, let me change the view here. giveaway number 2, we're going to do another Starbucks gift card. Okay. It's a really cute picture. So get your Starbucks app ready. All right. You guys need to open your Starbucks app, get ready to enter in the information for this card. Okay. The card number, because you're going to need the card number, is 6320 1041 0673 2779. That is the gift card, the card's number. That's not the access code. That's not that secret code that you need in order to access it. Okay, one more time, just in case you guys didn't hear it. The card number is 6320 1041 0673 2779. Okay, that is the card number. Now I'll give you guys the access code. This is that security pin that's on the back of the card. All right, you guys ready? The pin is 434666131. That is it. Again, the security code for the card is 434666131. Okay, that is gift card number 2. So congratulations, whoever won gift card number 2. You can go get yourself a nice meal at Starbucks or a nice cup of coffee at Starbucks on me. Okay, we are going to move on. We have one more gift card to give away. We'll give that away later. We're going to move on to the rest of the Smart Doll stuff. So we have the timeline to go over. Now, for the most part, you know, we usually breeze through the timeline if it's stuff that we've seen multiples of or whatever. And we usually stop and talk about stuff if it's something that looks really cool or tickles the fancy, so to speak. So let's open it up. So we've seen this a bunch of times already. We have the gold and black Union Jack dresses. Okay, the straight long gray wig, which is a fantastic wig. We have more pictures of that. This is interesting. I'm wondering what this is. Like, it's obviously Egyptian themed. As you can see, this is Ra or the Sphinx, or I don't know what other Egyptian gods. It looks like Ra, or it could be the dog one. I forgot the name of that one. You have like this part here, which is like the necklace part, I guess, and then the scarabs. I don't know where this is from. Maybe if you guys know, let me know. But this just looks interesting. I wonder what he's doing with this. Is it another collaboration or cosplay? I have no idea what he's doing with it. Next up, we have here, it looks like, I think this, yeah, this is a pear girl. I think this is a pear girl, and they're prototyping something here. You can see there's a red line here around the collar. I wonder what this is supposed to be. Maybe a shirt, like a low-rise shirt. Maybe this is going to be cut off. Or maybe this line just represents something else, like a line design, like to separate colors or something like that. Matt, thank you, Matt, and also welcome to the stream. Matt said Anubis. That's what I was thinking of. Anubis. That's what it looked like. Thank you, Matt. So this like head here reminds me of Anubis. Yes. Thank you. But yeah, this is some kind of shirt that they're prototyping for the pear girls. Not sure what it is. We just have some pictures of like the weighing stand, a bunch of cardboard boxes. Okay, some more pictures of Transcendence. I'm assuming because cocoa and coffee are so hard to tell apart in pictures. In person, much easier to tell the difference. But I feel like in pictures, depending on the lighting, when the picture was taken, it's really hard. Like, see, this one over here looks like it could be cocoa, but then this over here looks like it could be coffee. You like seeing the sewing stuff? Give me your take on this, Cymex. Like, what? I feel like this is a shirt that could be, the buttons could be here on this ridge here. I feel like Now this could be an open top that they're going to cut off, or this could just be a separator. Like let's say this part's white and then this rest of this part is black. And then these lines are maybe like, let's say gold or something. I'm just curious. I don't know what this is. I know nothing about sewing, so I'm just really speculating. Okay, so moving on, we have more of these the smooth adventure busts, which I assume is in coffee. Yes, it's in coffee. That's what the picture says. More coffee pieces. I wonder what he's doing with this. Oh, Cymex says a shirt or a jacket. Yeah, it could be either or. Looks like a uniform jacket. Yeah, it kind of looks like that to me too. It kind of looks like that. But with this picture, I'm curious what he's doing with this. Is he selling smart dolls that you could build yourself? Now, obviously the frame is already in the bodies, so it's not a ninja grade. So for those of you that don't know, there used to be something called the ninja grade where you had to build the inner frame yourself and you had to build the shell and put everything together. This one looks like the shell and the frame is already put together. You just literally plug and play to put all the pieces into the sockets, and that's it. I wonder if he's going to resell like this version of Smart Dolls again, where it'll be slightly cheaper because you have to assemble it yourself. But it's just curious to see it like this. I wonder what this means. Some more pictures of around the shop. Looks like they're packaging orders. Okay, so now they're like, showing us the wig styling, whatever he's doing the wigs. He had some peach bodies. Yeah, the peach bottoms. I'm pretty sure that's what this one is because it looks like the peach bottom right here. I'm pretty sure that's a peach bottom. But I don't know if he's selling kits of the peach bottom. He might be. I'm just not sure. I'm just not certain of it. Okay, so now we have the wigs here. This is some kind of styling of the wig. You got your peach body and tea that way? Okay. It's just Matthew. It's literally plug and play, right? I'm pretty sure because I've done one of those before. So you just attach the shins to the thigh and you just put the arms into the shoulder sockets and then that's it. You got a doll. So it's not like ninja grade. I forgot what they called it, or maybe it was ninja grade. No, maybe that is ninja grade. There was one that was assembled. Then ninja grade is the one where you had to put in the sockets. And then final boss grade. That's the one where you had to assemble everything from scratch. I think it was called final boss grade. You wish he would sell wigs again? I wish so too. I mean, he sells wigs in chaos packs. So it's like random. But yeah, I wish he sold the wigs individually again. He already explained why he doesn't do it anymore. And I understand that. But, as a collector or a doll fan, I would love to be able to just buy wigs again, like the ones that I want. But I understand that right now it's just not in the cards. Now we have like pictures here of what I believe to be fabric, like different fabric pieces. As you can see, like these pieces have different like designs to them. And then this one I think is different color swatches or something like that, or maybe like fabric textures that you can pick from, like whether it's smooth or rough or coarse or whatever, thread counts or whatnot. That's kind of what it looks like. It looks all in white so far, so I wonder what he's making that's going to be in white with any of these quote-unquote textile fabric pieces. But it's interesting to see that this whole side over here is all like different kinds of designs within the fabric, whereas this looks like just like plain white solid fabric. Down here it looks a little patterny also. Oh no, I hit the wrong button. Hold on, there we go. Okay, moving on to the next picture. Just more coffee, just the frame pieces, assembly pieces. The cocoa, this one's definitely got to be cocoa, right? Because this is coffee. That's cocoa. Let's see. Yeah, more adventure busts. Okay, so this is interesting. So this is a picture of why does it say it like that? I was gonna say it's C3PO, but it's C30P. So I'm not sure the coding of this. I always get these things wrong when it comes to like the codes of the sculpts and things like that. But you have C30P, not C3PO, with the different designs here. And then you're looking at a picture that he took of right here on this section. I'm assuming that they're trying to analyze like the slush casting process, how sometimes it could be a defect. So when you have a mold and then you slush cast it, they have to I forgot what he said. It's something about some kind of electrolysis or electrolyze the molds so that things like this doesn't happen. Like it doesn't have like these ridges or these bumps on the vinyl when it dries. But it's just an interesting picture. More picture of underwear. We've seen that plenty of times. Clickety stands. We've seen that plenty of times. All right, so now we have colors. These are different paint colors. I don't know what these are, but it looks like you could see here from the vinyl on this one, there's two shades. There's a darker shade here and a lighter shade here. So I don't know if that's them experimenting with painting the vinyl, but I don't know why they would paint the vinyl per se. Unless they're testing it to see, if they're going to make like, let's say mecha hands again, and they want to color them a different color and they're trying to see what it would look like when they do that, then maybe. Oh, here we go. Now the pieces are coming together. So we have that whole Egyptian thing is a cosplay. It's a cosplay. Okay, hands down. Now we know it's a cosplay. What cosplay is it? I don't know. I honestly don't know what cosplay character has like Egyptian stuff on it, other than, at least from my knowledge, because of pop culture or social media that I'm interested in, it could be Stargate, but I don't know if Danny has ever shown interest or mentioned whether or not he likes Stargate. I know he likes things like Star Wars, and I think he likes Star Trek, if I'm not mistaken. He might. But like Stargate is another one of the shows in the sci-fi thing. Like, I assume Danny likes Stargate if he likes sci-fi stuff. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Stargate. I've watched everything that has been released for Stargate, and I love it. Some more so than others. I didn't like I like the original Stargate, but my favorite of the Stargates is Atlantis. I don't know why. It's just something about Stargate Atlantis I gravitate towards more. Like, I just really liked it a lot. And then the other one, Stargate Universe, I really enjoyed that for the first season, and then it got weird afterwards. The original Stargate movie, obviously, I really enjoyed. And like I said before, the original Stargate's great. But I don't know what else would be. Like, what else has, like, Egyptian-themed things? Like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has Egyptian-themed stuff. But, like, I don't think this is a Yu-Gi-Oh! Character. I could be wrong because I don't really know much about Yu-Gi-Oh! But it's looking more and more like this is a cosplay, and I just don't know what it's from. Okay, now we have a picture of what I can only... It looks like a... I don't want to say it's a flight suit because he's already done a flight suit / mechanics, suit kind of thing. I feel like because you can see the padding here and on the thigh, I want to say this is a motorcycle suit. Like a motorcycle racing suit kind of thing. Or maybe this is some new suit for the Space Marines. I don't know, but it really reminds me of like a motorcycle type of suit. I don't know. It looks cool though. It looks really cool. And you know what's another thing about this? This is where that white fabric we saw come into play, because you could see the patterns. I feel like this is like the patterned white fabric that he was looking through in those swatches. Who knows? But it does look like a racing suit to me. All right, we got hands. Again, with the hands. I feel like he keeps teasing us with this. So we have... I'm only assuming the gray hands on the bottom are normal Smart Doll hands. And then these ones on the top in Coco are Smart Doll pockets. He keeps teasing these two different hand sizes. Always teasing these hand sizes. So I feel like it has something to do with Smart Doll pocket or Smart Doll mannequin or whatever he's calling it nowadays. Oh, these look great. I've said it so many times on this channel. This color of wig is amazing. I need to get my hands on one of these at some point. All right. Oh, here we go. Patterny stuff. Nice t-shirt in black and pear body nice t-shirt. Okay, so we have the nice t-shirt. We all know what the nice t-shirt is. And then we have, like, he's working on the pear body version of it. And the only reason why I know that is because the actual translations up here for nice pear body t-shirt and nice t-shirt. What the notations say, I have no idea. I can try to see if I can Google translate it. Let me see. What does these notes say that are on here? Camera. Let's see if I can translate this. It won't translate. Oh, because I have the finger on over it. Let me see. No, it won't translate it. I don't know what it says. Oh, here. It says to Sugiri. That's like that top part. And then in that little cloud bubble, it says to Sugiri no lock. I don't know what that means. To Sugiri no lock. It's probably just not Google translating right because it's written in pencil and it's not really picking it up very well. It says knits. Oh, now the translation just changed. It says knits no chic. Yeah, because the pencil writing is just, it's not translating very well for the pencil. It just doesn't see it. Whoa. Yeah, I can't, it won't translate that part. I have no idea what it says there. Matthew Nelson says racing suit. Yeah, it looks like a racing suit. I love the lines on that. Yeah, maybe a racing suit. Yes, patterns. His free patterns are really great. I wouldn't know. I assume they're great. I just honestly don't know because I never use his patterns. I don't know how to sew. But yeah, let's keep moving on. Then we have the outer shell for T, which I'm assuming that's T with the frame there. Okay, so more patterny stuff. Look, you could see the reference model on the computer. I just don't know who that is. Who wears red like this? And what games is he playing recently? This looks like it's a pattern for something that's referenced here. I want to say it looks like Vincent from Final Fantasy VII, but I honestly don't know because it's so blurry. I can't tell what that is. It's not an instantly recognizable character for me, at least. No! Oh, I lost it. Hold on. I'll find it. Here we go. All right, move on to the next picture. Oh, what a cutie. Oh, no beauty mark. So it's not the what's it called? Ends of the Earth? Or Looking for Trouble? Doesn't have the beauty mark on there. She's cute though. I do like her. You say Star Trek? No, I don't think it's Star Trek because it has like two symbols on here or two big buttons, which Star Trek usually doesn't. It usually has like a flat like kind of look to it and just one insignia. Also the neck piece is a different color. It's like black over here. So I'm not really sure what that is. I mean, it could be Star Trek, maybe a uniform, I don't know, but I don't know. We'll see. More gray heads. This is cute. I like what they're doing with these like lashes on the bottom. I think this one's a little too long and too dark though, but I get what they're trying to do. More boots. We have pictures of boots. These are the Chelsea boots. Oh, Cortex 2 face plates. These are cool. So you can see the back part of the head and the front part of the head in here. Oh, more patterny stuff. I have no idea what this is. Okay, if I were to assume, I'm assuming this is the front of a shirt. And these are the sides of the shirt. This is the back of a shirt, maybe. These are the sleeves. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm looking at. I'm just guessing. But this is definitely some kind of pattern. Maybe Cymex can chime in on what this could look like it would be for. But I feel like it's top. Okay, moving on. All right, we have bins of shells. We've seen that plenty of times. We have tea, adventure busts. We have more facial sculptors with an eye. Okay, more hands. We have the pear body in coffee. Some more eyes coming here. Clickety click stands here. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here's another prototype thing. This is cool. Like, I like these lines. I don't know what they represent, but I feel like it could represent possible cutouts. Like, I'm thinking like, I think this is the same as the picture with the red, the character reference in red, but more detailed, like with these line thingies. Now, I don't know anything about patterns, but I feel like it could like this is like a qipao or like a Chinese dress, and then they're patterning out where the cut hole for the line would be. This is obviously too high, but if something like this small, that could be the cut out, for the slit in the dress so that, she can walk kind of thing. But I'm assuming that's not really it, and maybe it's just patterned this way. Like it's supposed to be some kind of tubing for an alternate color. Like if the shirt was red, these could be silver tubing, or something stitched in there to give it that effect. Okay, we have some short black wigs here. Some more styling of some wigs. This looks like the Oceana wig. All right, more shells for the cinnamon skin tone. Looks like for shaping. It could be. That's a good point. Like, obviously, you would know more than I do. I don't know anything about sewing, but at least I could understand that reference when you say that. Like, for shaping, I get that. More pictures of these hands again. I wonder too, what if it's not pocket? What if it's a difference between Smart Doll hands and then Smart Doll boy hands? Maybe the bigger ones are boy hands? I don't know. Oh, here we go again. More patterns. Oh, this is cool. So, okay, here I feel like this is the one I was talking about before where it could be a top. Hold on. I need to go back. I feel like that is this. Like, I feel like this thing here ended up being this thing here. I feel like that's what that is. And then this is cool because I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm a fan of like samurais and ninjas or something like that. But when I see a sleeve like this, that right over the hand, it has that triangle thing to go over it. I always think ninja or something like that. Like, oh, it doesn't come out on the stream. You guys can't see it. Because it's not like, I don't know how to make this bigger so you could see it. But there's like a triangle shaped thingy on the hand. Oops. Can I make this bigger or smaller? No, I can't. Yeah, I can't. Oh, but it has like a little triangle shaped thingy on the tip of the sleeve for like ninjas or samurais. It kind of looks like. More pictures of Transcendence, but this time in cinnamon. Trying to think. I want to say that he's experimenting with, yeah, I feel like this one has smaller eyes, like the, because you could see it in these example pieces here. This one has smaller eyes and this one has bigger iris, like irises. Like this has a small and this one's big, just like in this picture here, you could see. He's experimenting with eye size, I guess. Okay, more face-up pictures. I don't know what character this is. Let's see. And this is like... All right, here we go. This is Pear Body Jeans, but in a dark wash. I like this. I like this darker color. Now, I know that's more prone to staining, but like looks wise, this looks amazing. Okay, more patterns here. I don't know what this is for. I assume it's for that shirt we just saw. Okay, again, now we have black navy hands on top of the big ones. I really am curious what he's trying to show us. It says 1. What does that mean by 1? Oh, pack 1. This is pack 1. But like, I don't know. Like, why do we keep seeing pictures of small hands and big hands? I'm wondering if that's regular hands and then male hands, or regular hands and Mirai mannequin hands, or pocket hands. We have more cocoa shells. Oh no, we hit the button too fast. I lost it. Where was I? Here we go. Okay, we got some cocoa shells here. Another face sculpt with green eyes. What is this? They're like little semicircles. I feel like these are pockets that go onto the back of a jeans. But then why have it a separate piece like this? What is this? I mean, I feel like it looks like pockets for some reason. All right, keep moving. Okay, so we have black navy, torso shells. Ah, look, you were right. You were right. Oh my God, you were right, Matthew. You were right, Matthew. Star Trek. So, okay, so the piping here, like Cymex says, it looks like here these are just shown for styling and piping, I guess. And then you can see here the piping here as well for the shape. I guess the shape for the bust, and then the one symbol. Although I don't know what that in that picture or the other symbol that was down here. But yeah, Star Trek, man. This looks nice. I like it. That looks really cool. Now the question remains: which Star Trek is this? This is definitely not Generation 1 Star Trek outfit. It can't be. This does not look like Generation 1. I feel like this might be the new ones. Like for Star Trek Discovery? Or Lower Decks, you think? You think it could be? I haven't watched Lower Decks yet. It could be. But I'm wondering what uniforms are these from? Are they from the movies with Chris Pine? I don't think so. It's very interesting design. But it's like, I feel like that's something like Christine Chapel would wear. I think that's her name. From like the excuse me, the newer series. I feel like it's Christine Chapel. Okay, so we have the flight suits. More wig styling that's going on here. Yeah, maybe Discovery. I feel like it's from Discovery. Here's the molding for the Starfleet symbol. Christina Kowald, you're a super big Star Trek fan. I'm not a super big Star Trek fan, but I do enjoy Star Trek. I've seen all the original movies for Star Trek. I tried to watch the original Star Trek series, but man, that didn't age very well. Like, I only watched season 1 of the original show, and that, man, like in today's world, that does not age well. Like, especially like, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Like that one episode in season 1. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Like, there's an episode that is like, whoa, I can't believe this was aired on TV. You know exactly what I'm talking about if you saw season 1. There's like a very highly questionable episode. But that's what the times were back then. Like, you know, I know I'm not trying to make an excuse for them really, but it was just a different world. It was a different era. But it's just wild to watch it now, because you're just like, whoa, you can't you can't mean that really is. Kitty, welcome to the stream. Deep Space Nine is your favorite? Deep Space Nine is pretty good. I haven't watched every episode of Deep Space Nine, but I feel like other than Discovery, no, Actually, not Discovery. Is it Discovery? No. Which is the one Star Trek that's playing right now on Paramount? It's not Discovery. Discovery's the one with the girl that travels back and forth through time. With the braids. I can't remember her name. That was Discovery. The new one on Paramount Plus is just called Star Trek Generations or something like that. It's like the new one. That's the one that had Christine Chapel in it. I wonder if that's the one that has that suit or that outfit. Like, if I go back to it, because Christine Chapel was from that one, the new remake of Star Wars, where it's like an alternate reality, because Discovery, I'm trying to figure out how it goes. Christina, correct me if I'm wrong. Because in Discovery, because well, actually, I shouldn't even say that. The one where Spock, the movie where Spock traveled back in time for the Chris Pine movies, he alternated the timeline, which then affected Star Trek Discovery. And then Discovery went about and altered the timeline, which brings about Star Trek Generations that we have now on Paramount Plus. Did I get that right? I wonder if I got that right, because I know a lot of things got moved around. Still, I don't know where this outfit is from, like which Star Trek series. I don't know where this outfit's from, but maybe Christina can help us out here, because I'm a fan, but I'm not that big a fan where I know like the details kind of thing. But then we have the Star Trek insignia here, which has like this infinity loop or this little loop thing. I don't know what that loop is, like what that represents. Because usually the Starfleet symbol is just plain. Like, it doesn't have something within the insignia usually, right? Okay. Now they're just, I don't know, they're weighing pieces of the frame. I don't know why. Okay, now we have pride. Not pride, prowess. We have prowess with the whiskers. So you have the pride prowess, and then you have, I guess, regular prowess over here. The pride prowess, I feel like that looks like a pear head, and this is the normal classic style head, I should say. Kitty says, I'm not a fan of the films because Star Trek works better as a show. It feels wrong seeing Star Trek as a film. It just doesn't work in my opinion. Again, I don't know if I'm a big enough Star Trek fan or knowledgeable enough in Star Trek to be able to argue that point. Because and I know this is probably a controversial take here, but I actually really enjoyed the new Star Trek movies with Chris Pine. But I want to say I only liked the first one. The second one was kind of like, and the third one was like really bad. I did not like the third one at all. But, you know, I mean, the argument could be made that a lot of shows could be better as a show, or a lot of movies could be better as a show rather than a movie. Because again, a movie's beholden only to 2 hours to 3 hours to maybe 4 hours at most that people are willing to sit through as like one long movie. So TV shows are definitely way better for almost anything, only because you get to explore so much more in a TV show and really flesh out the characters more. You just have more time to do it than you would in a movie. Moving on. So it looks like they're packing dolls. What is this? I can't see it. Justice in coffee. And then different wigs. So, okay, so this one's Legion. These are Legion wigs. And this is Justice in coffee with the new short hair, a gray bluish wigs that I really enjoy the color of. Let's see. Moving on. Oh no! No, Danny, no! He's making Shrek dresses for cosplay? Really, Danny? I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Shrek. I love the Shrek movies. But really? I never would have pegged Danny for making a cosplay of Shrek. That's really funny. Okay, so we have Fiona's dress, which now it makes me wonder. Okay, hold on. Fiona's dress? Is this Fiona's dress? because it's not the Star Trek thing. This Star Trek thing is the one that I said looked like a cheap out. Okay, so this is the Star Trek thing. Okay, so then this here, which is the same as what we saw at the very beginning here, like this part here. Now that turned or evolved into this, okay? And then this evolves into this? Is this Fiona's dress? Is that what we've been seeing him working on? Oh my god. Fiona, I would have never guessed Shrek that he was working on. I never would have guessed he was working on Shrek. That is so funny. So, okay, I get it now. I get it now. He's doing I could see it coming together. So he's doing a cosplay of Fiona. He's making Fiona's dress because listen, here we go. Galaxy green pear body girl Fiona. That's what he's cosplaying. I get it now. He's cosplaying. He's going to take a pear body. He's going to put it in the new green that he's working on. And then he's going to put the Fiona dress on it. And he's going to cosplay Fiona. That means a green pear girl? Yeah, the green pear girl is Fiona. He's going to make a green pear girl and cosplay her into Fiona. Yep. Oh my god, my chair is sinking again. That's exactly what he's doing. It's all coming together, people. It's all coming together. Okay. Moving on. So we have the flight suit again that we already saw. We have these boxes that are here. We always see those. More smooth bust and coffee. This is the large smooth. All right, here we go. Red. So, what is this? I want to say, okay, hear me out. I want to say the Star Trek outfit that we saw is prototyped in white. Or that could just be the first one, and now this is the red. Because officers' uniforms are red. They're I guess depending on what show you're watching, right? Because the security guards also wear red, right? In some of the shows. And then in some of the shows, the officers wear red. So it could be either or. Whereas in a lot of the shows, the medical officers wear white or sometimes blue, depending on the show, I believe it is. So the white one we saw before could be a medical uniform. This red could be a red officer's uniform or security uniform or whatever have you. And it could be nothing that has to do with Star Trek at all. But I'm just saying from the shape of it, because it's laid flat, it doesn't look like it's sewn together yet. This could be a red uniform. Maybe. It could be. Marie Velez says she agrees with the Fiona outfit. Matthew Nelson says, oh, that makes sense. The badge was an operations badge. You think it was operations? That little insignia on the badge? Simon says, yes, that's going to come together beautifully. I feel like this could be a Star Trek uniform. It could be. Doesn't mean it has to be. I'm just saying it could be. All right, let's keep going. All right, so we have more red eyes. This is more than likely for transcendence. Okay, here we go. More patterns. I don't know what this could be again. Again, if I were to do a guess, I feel like this is a top. Like this is the front top with a cutout hole, for the bust. This could be the back. This could be the sides, right? This could be the sides, and this is the sleeves, or something akin to that, maybe. Who knows? But it could be. Matthew says, oh, it makes sense. The badge was an operations badge. And he so you confirmed, you looked it up. So it is operations badge. So what show though? Because red isn't always operations, right? It depends on what show. Kitty says the colors depend on the ship you're on. Oh, really? So it's not a Federation wide color. It's each ship has a different color for uh what do you call it? Soldiers or sailors or whatever. Luxaria, welcome to the stream. Luxaria, what's up? Good afternoon. What have I missed? You missed most of the news, but you can go back to it. It is a Christmas special, so I am giving away gifts. I already gave away 2. They are Starbucks gift cards. Let me change the view. I'm giving away Starbucks gift cards during this live stream for you guys. I already gave away 2. I have 1 more left if you want to participate. You do need to have your Starbucks app opened so that you can put the code into your app so that you can redeem the card. But I'm only doing 3 of them. I already gave away 2, Luxaria. But, you know, hopefully, you know, you'll have a good chance of getting this. I do ask that everybody that participates, that once you win, not to participate again so that everyone has a chance. But yeah. Simex says that's Fiona's dress bodice. Oh, is that what that is? Oh, darn it. Okay, so this is the bodice. Okay. Matthew says Discovery. Oh, it's Discovery. Okay. Kitty says there are multiple ships in the Federation. No, I know that. I just didn't know that within the Federation, each ship had its own color code for their sailors or whatever you want to call them. I just thought that all the ships in the Federation use the same color code for like officers versus science officers versus medical versus security, things like that. That's what I thought, at least. But I'm pleasantly corrected because I do like Star Trek, but I am not very proficient in all things Star Trek. So thank you for correcting. Okay, so now we have Cortex faceplates. Let's see what else we got here. We have I believe it's T with the vitiligo. Let's see. The medical ear cochlear thing device. Again with the hands, he keeps showing us this. One is bigger than the other, and I don't know why. Like, I want to know why. Like, is it male hands versus female hands? Is it regular hands versus mannequin hands or pocket hands? I don't know. Going into this sculpt. Oh, this looks like an anime sculpt. A new... I feel like it's a new anime sculpt. It looks like it could be a Chitose, like a new Chitose sculpt. Maybe? I don't really know. It could be. It's possible. Okay. So, okay, this is the hardening of the resin for the eyes. Some jeans. These are the Tokyo jeans. Officer uniform. There we go. There we go. I knew it. It was a red uniform. Okay. I honestly don't know why they changed the colors, but it's just a thing I picked up on watching the series. Says Kitty. Christina says, but the Federation ship is based on years of a different year for the uniforms in time. Oh, okay. So this one is a red uniform. Now, depending on what show this is based off of, because we don't know what he's basing the shows off of, like which one. This could be an officer's uniform. This could be oh, I'm sorry, you can't see the photos. I'm so sorry, you guys. So let me go back. Hold on. Let me go back. So we were talking about. Thank you for bringing that up, Marie. I forgot I didn't change it. So we were talking about these. I don't know why he keeps doing the hands like this. But then this one I feel like could be a Chitose head, I was saying. Like maybe a new sculpt, but I'm not sure. And only reason why I say that is because the button nose and the mouth. Like that kind of is like staple for Chitose in a way. Although the new Chitose kind of has the open mouth, which is slightly different, but we'll see. I mean, that could be an open mouth, but it's usually something like really small. All right, and then this is the hardening of the resin for the eyes. The Tokyo jeans. and then going back to the officer. So I feel like this could be an officer's outfit. It could be a security outfit, or an anything else outfit, really, depending on what show that we are watching or what show he's basing this off of for Star Trek. But I feel like some parts of this is a giveaway because not all the uniforms have this ribbed look, like around the shoulders and around the neck. Not all of them have that. So this is very specific to a certain show. I just don't know which one, which I believe Matthew said it's more than possibly going to be Discovery. All right, we got more painting of the Cortex head. Kitty says maybe they changed it because in the original series, the red uniform wearers always got killed, and they wanted to give them a chance to have some peace. A common joke among fans. But, okay, that's in the show. And then I get confused because then in the movies, like, depending on which movie you watch too, because I think, well, which movie was it? I think it was like the second to last movie of the original movie series of 7. Didn't all of them wear red? Like the entire crew wore red, I feel like, in that movie. I forget what the name of the movie was, but it was like, I think it was like movie 6 or something like that, or movie 5, where they were old and they were going to retire. And they all wore red. Like every single person wore red. I know it's not based off of that, but like I'm just saying, like it's not always the people that get killed. And then who else wears red? The girl in Deep Space Nine. I forgot her name. The girl that has like what are they called? That race of beings that they're not Klingon, but they're like half Klingon, half human. It's not Romulans. I'm not thinking of the Romulans. It was the girl. She was a security officer, I believe. And she had a red uniform. I don't think she died. I can't speak on that because I watched 1 or 2 of the modern original series films because I didn't like them. LMAO. That's fair. That's fair, Kitty. That's a fair point. I want to say her name was Kira or something like that, but I really don't know. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember. So then we had the blonde, curly wig. Yeah, Kira. So I did get the name right. She is Kira. She's a Bajoran. Oh, that's the name. Okay. She had a red uniform, if I'm not mistaken, and I don't think she died. So I guess not everybody that wears a red uniform dies. But then again, you did say like the later series changes that, but you know, I don't know. I'm just talking from a somewhat of a fan. Like I don't know all the intricate details of Star Trek. Star Trek has such a long history, so there's a lot to catch up on if you're like just getting into it, kind of thing. The red uniforms are the original series. Kira is from a different ship from a different year in the universe. She is? I forgot that aspect of her. I thought she was always on deep space. Okay, so then we have like the post-apocalyptic uniforms here in this picture. More of the flight suits again. Fiona's dress. Now we know what it is. We know what it is now. So here's Fiona's dress. Okay. More packing of dolls. Okay, more eye chips, making eye chips. More pictures of prowess, pride prowess. Although I think this is a different one. This is Pride Prowess. I feel like this is a different one, but I'm not sure. Kitty says the red uniforms are the original series. Curious to Cymex says I love that he's showing inside the skirt. Yeah, you know the thing about inside the skirt, it's 2 different colors of green. I don't really think that matters more so as to the point that I think you just like the fact that you see how he sews it together on the inside, I guess. But it is nice to see it. Like it looks like it looks like this crushed velvety type of material, I feel like. But again, like this black here, I wonder if that stains the dolls. usually Danny's really good about stain testing, so I'm pretty sure that something like this wouldn't stain. But then again, this is also a passion project for him. All of his cosplay stuff, like, he doesn't sell anyways, so we're not going to be able to get our hands on Fiona's dress, unfortunately. Christina says, we don't see many blonde. We see a great number of red wigs. For the wigs, so where did it go? Did I pass it? Hold on. Where did the wig go? It was just there. Oh, here. So with the blonde wigs, it's not that he's never done it before. I mean, Melody came with a blonde wig, and I think Independence or Freedom came with a blonde wig. But this is more, I feel like this is not really blonde, right? Like, I feel like this is more, what do you call it? Flaxen, I feel like, or flax. I feel like that's what this one is. It's more flax than it is blonde, or is flax like a variation of blonde or a shade of blonde? I don't know. But it is cute. I definitely like this style and the way it looks. I just would never buy it unless it came with a doll, only because I don't know, and I said this many times before, I don't know how to take care of curly wigs. I destroy them. Like, like once they get out of their curls and they start become unmanageable, I don't know how to fix it. That's my problem. So most of my dolls wear straight wigs because I can just comb it and it would look nice. I don't know how to fix curls. Okay, so now we're back to the post-apocalyptic uniforms, mechanic uniforms. There's the Fiona thing, the dresses. Where did we leave off? Okay, here. So the packing stuff again. These are Marvel in gray. So he did release Marvel in gray recently. I remember that. And then we have a bunch of heads. All different kinds of heads. Mirai. This is Mirai. This is also a Mirai sculpt, but slightly different. Because you could tell from the eyebrows. I feel like this is Melody. This looks more like Melody. Maybe like a Melody here. This is more like Ends of the Earth, I guess, type-ish. Kitty says, the Deep Space Nine ship is also a space station, not a regular exploration ship. They still do mission work, but it's still in space station, so that's more of why the uniforms are different. Yeah, no, that's true. I do remember that. Deep Space Nine is just like an outpost, like at the edge of space. Okay, I'll shut up about Star Trek, LMAO. It's okay, Kitty. Like, you're amongst friends. Like, we all like this stuff. Like, we're all into it. No worries. Okay. Box of pyramids, more things being shipped out. Okay. Oh, Beauty Mark. I like Beauty Marks. I don't know who this is. Do you guys know who this is? She's cute. And she's semi-real. I want to say obviously, but maybe it's not so obvious to everybody. But she's got the nostrils. She's got the smaller eyes. Okay, Transcendence eyes. So you have the anime eyes and the semi-real eyes. Ooh. That's cool. So we have a jacket, but it's a what do you call those type? There's a name for this, isn't there? It's like a crop top jacket thing. It looks really cool. I like the little strings that hang off the side too. It reminds me of parachute pants back in the day. This is a cool looking jacket though. Okay, so prowess again. We've been seeing a lot of prowess. Box pyramid. Again with the hands. I really don't know why we keep seeing this. I want to know what the difference is. Some more eyes. Oh, I love the lavender eyes. Of course I do. Semi-real and anime. Okay, so more sewing stuff. Oh, the bags. They're sewing the bags. The Be Seen bags. I did not know that they sew it themselves. I honestly thought that they buy the bags from a company, they make them, and then they ship them out to them. I did not know that they actually sew these bags together. Wow. This is something extra I just didn't think they would do. All right, we have the crop top flight jacket or bomber jacket. More stuff getting ready to be sold. Here's the Be Seen bag. Oh, is that the end? Oh, it is. So that's the last picture. Hey, we made it. We went through all the pictures. Okay. So that's everything for December. So now we're all caught up on the timeline pictures. I do have to say that probably the highlight of today is the progression of the Fiona outfit. Like seeing it from prototype to like a white version to guessing to seeing Fiona's picture, that was seeing this picture, that was a treat. Like seeing how they did how the progression went. That's pretty interesting. And the Star Trek thing. The Star Trek thing is great. So, yeah. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what more we get out of this. There's some interesting cosplays going on here. Oh, and I do want to give a shout out to who was it said it, that Matt or Matthew that said it, that these are heels. So I didn't realize that. This is the rubber heel for I guess for the shoes and stuff. Cymex says I agree, the Fiona dress journey was a highlight. That's why I like doing this. Like I like starting from the beginning because the finished product might be at the end, but if you start at the beginning, it's like playing to this guessing game until you finally get it right as you go along. We still haven't found out what this is though. This one, I still don't know what this is. And I would like to know what this is. We haven't seen any progress pictures on that whatsoever as we went through. But yeah. Yeah. Good news episode today. Let's see. Let me move this over here. Okay. So that is pretty much everything for today's episode. We went over Dolphin Dream news, Azone news, Smart Doll news. We gave away 2 prizes. So now we're up to the very last gift card. We're down to the last gift card that I'm giving away for this Christmas special. So again, if you won the first or second gift card, please don't participate in this one so everyone else gets at least a chance to get one of these Starbucks gift cards. And have a free drink on me for the holiday season. Get yourself something nice and warm to warm you up for the Christmas time. Kitty says Shrek gave me nightmares as a kid, so I'm not a fan. Really? Shrek gave you nightmares? Aw, I'm sorry. I like the Shrek movies, but the only thing that about Shrek that I could see as being a turnoff for people, at least for me, in my opinion, is the grossness of Shrek. Because he's supposed to be this ogre, and he does some things that are kind of gross. But other than that, like I like the Shrek movies. It's definitely excuse me. It's definitely a fan favorite of mine. Okay, so we're gonna do the last card. Let me just get a drink of water, and I'll get a drink of water, and we'll also do an ad break. Whew. Okay, guys. All right, here we go. The last card for Christmas giveaway. I wanted to do more cards, but honestly, like I didn't have enough money to do more cards. I wanted to do 5, but only 3. Maybe next time we could do some more. Okay, so the card number. All right, the card number is 6320 1000 1685 6714. Okay, that is the card number. I will go over it one more time. So the card number is 6320 1000 1685 6714. That is the card number. Now I'll give you the security code. The security access code so you can get your money. So the security code, all right guys, ready? Is 52014762. I will read it out again in case you didn't get it. 52014762. 5201462. That is the last and third gift card that I am giving away for this Christmas special. Hopefully you guys that have participated were maybe hopefully win. I know it's only 3 and there's more of you watching, but hopefully there are 3 lucky winners out there that will have a free coffee and food snack for Christmas this year. But that's my little gift to you guys. I wish I could give everybody something, but this is the best that I could manage for now. And also make it so that you guys don't have to exchange any personal information or anything like that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It's my little Christmas gift to you guys for always being there and for me every single Friday and enjoying the show along with me. Hopefully you'll enjoy your little gift. And unfortunately, if you were unable to win one of the gift cards, I apologize. I didn't have enough to go around for everybody. But maybe you'll be able to participate in whatever giveaway I do next time. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of today's episode. The only thing I want to do is give small little reminders of what's to come this holiday season and the beginning of next year. So the news is over. All the giveaways are over. If you guys wanted to log off, you guys can just log off. Thank you for coming. But if you want to stay and hear what I have to say about like some upcoming stuff, you guys can hang around and listen in. Cymex says, it's so nice that you did this. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas. Oh, thank you, Cymex. Happy holidays to you. Matthew says, just glad to be here. Well, thank you for coming, Matthew. Marie Velez, thank you so much. It is lovely. Thank you for coming, Marie Velez. So for the rest of this year of 2024, so today is going to be the last live stream of the year, as I always take a break for the Christmas holidays for me and my family. So I won't be live streaming next Friday or the Friday afterwards. I'm not going to be streaming the first Friday of January also, as I do have plans that first week. So I will be, what day is the second Friday? I think it's, hold on, let me just double check the calendar. So the 10th. So January the 10th of 2025. That's when I'll have my first live stream of 2025. That live stream is more than likely just going to be me going over what I'm going to be doing, or at least my plans for the year of 2025 that is upcoming. I usually do that every single year. So my first episode of the year is usually a look ahead at what's to come in 2025. Just as much as the Christmas special is always like, kind of like, a thank you for you guys always coming out throughout the year, and hanging out with me. So yeah, today is the last live stream. I won't be live streaming until January the 10th. So it's for you guys right now. That's a little bit less than a month of a break. And like I said, I do this every year, just to spend time for the holidays with family and stuff. So we'll be back and ready to go, roaring to go on January the 10th. I also have an unboxing video that I have not posted. I said I was going to post it the week of Thanksgiving, and in true Shizusan fashion, I just didn't have time to finish it. So I'm hoping that even though I don't live stream, I'll be able to post that unboxing video sometime during this holiday season. So at least you guys will have something to watch, even though I'm not live streaming. I will post it during the holiday season. I'm hoping to. If I don't, I'm sorry, but I need to get this unboxing video out. Because I hate leaving projects unfinished, but it tends to happen sometimes. So be on the lookout. There's probably going to be an unboxing video this holiday season, even though I don't live stream. So that's something to look forward to. And then I just want to apologize to you guys again that I wasn't able to live stream last week or the week prior. I was supposed to live stream 2 weeks already, and I just didn't because the holidays, so the Thanksgiving holiday weekend, I just got really busy with family. I wasn't expecting to. I was hoping to be back by Friday so I can live stream, and I unfortunately wasn't able to get back on time. So I wasn't able to live stream that weekend. And then I forgot that the next weekend I wasn't going to be able to live stream because I had tickets to go to PAX Unplugged. And I totally forgot that was the weekend that PAX Unplugged was going to be on. So for those of you that don't know, PAX Unplugged is a convention about board games and trading card games. So if you play things like Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, like Flesh and Blood, Lorcana, if you play things like that, that's what's at this convention. It's a 3-day convention of trading card games and then board games. So like if you play things like, like the general thing that people know, like Battleship, Monopoly, Risk, things like that. But this is more about new board games that are coming out or independent board game makers. So if you like doing those kind of things, like playing board games and playing trading card games, PAX Unplugged is so much fun. This is my first time ever going, and I so enjoyed it. And I think it's going to be on my list of conventions to go to every single year because I really enjoyed PAX Unplugged, as I love playing board games and I love playing card games. So I'm surprised. I'm surprised at myself for waiting this long to go. And now I think I'm going to make it a staple that I go every year because it was just so much fun. But that's the reason why I didn't get to live stream last week, is because that was PAX weekend and I totally forgot that it was PAX weekend. So if you were waiting up to see if the live stream was going to go on, I apologize to you guys for not streaming that day. I totally forgot that was the PAX weekend. They also do Dungeons and Dragons at PAX. So since I haven't really played, I was able to do like a quick like tutorial session of D&D 5e, and I really like it. I really enjoyed it. I want to join a Dungeons and Dragons group, but I can't find anyone in my local area that's willing to do it. And give me a spot. Like, so there's a lot of people in my area that do Dungeons and Dragons, but all their spots are full. So yeah, I'm looking for a Dungeons and Dragons group to join. Just FYI. But that was just a lot of fun. So that's the reason why I wasn't able to live stream for the past 2 Fridays, even though I really wanted to. So I do apologize to you guys for that if any of you are waiting for the live stream to start, because I also meant to post on my Instagram that there won't be an episode, and I got caught up in stuff and I wasn't able to post. And I know that's a really terrible excuse, but it is the truth. So yeah, do apologize for that part of it. And I think that's everything. Yeah. I think that's everything. So thank you everybody for coming for the very last episode of the year. And like I said, I'll be back on January the 10th. So for everybody that watches, for all of you that came out to the live stream tonight, thank you for coming out for the live stream tonight, just as much as you guys come out every single Friday that I'm on. Chair sinking in. You guys come out like every Friday or every other Friday or whenever it is that you come out. I do appreciate every single one of you that supports my channel by joining the live streams and participating in the chat. Like I said, this is my way of getting to know and talking about dolls with people that are into the hobby just as much as I am, because Lord knows there's not really many people around me physically that I can just hang out with and talk about doll stuff. Like, there's just nobody around. So being able to chat with you guys live about dolls or anything really, like like Star Trek, Legos, like whatever have you, like I just, it's an overall great time, and I appreciate every single one of you for coming out and just it's just spending time out of your busy day to hang out with me on a Friday night. So thanks everybody for coming. Happy holidays to all of you that are out there, and have a happy new year as well. And I will see you guys on January the 10th of 2025. It's going to be a whole new year, whole bunch of new stuff to look forward to. So as always, I'm your host, Shizusan, and my beautiful little assistant over here is the very gorgeous Cheryl Gnome, all dressed up for winter time. So thanks everybody for coming, and we'll see you next year. So take care. Bye.
A sunny day, but it's cold outside. It tingles in my heart. Breathing air that clears my mind. I'm all for a good start. I hear those jingle bells, people singing about love. It feels like I'm a kid, like I'm forever young. And that's why I wanna sing about the Christmas on its way. A reason to hang around and celebrate this day. Everyone's smiling and it's snowing. It's the time of year again. I'm happy you're here, my winter wonderland. I'm walking around making small talk with people that pass me by. I share a laugh that gives me joy, that everyone's having a good time. I hear those jingle bells, people singing about love. It feels like I'm a kid, like I'm forever young. And that's why I wanna sing about the Christmas on its way. A reason to hang around and celebrate this day. Everyone's smiling and it's snowing. It's the time of year again. I'm happy you're here, my winter wonderland. No, it's the time of year, winter wonderland. My winter wonderland. It's the time of year, my winter wonderland, my winter wonderland.